Hi, this is Rajesh Kumar. I am going to explain the topic e-learning. E-learning is use of technology to enable people to learn anytime and anywhere. E-learning is internet-enabled learning. E-learning involves learning and training by the use of electronic devices such as CD, tape, online by using internet, extranet and local area network. The hierarchy of e-learning is computer-based e-learning and web-based e-learning and classroom 2.0, e-learning 2.0. First, computer-based learning. Computer-based learning, in this learning process, the main major roles played by computers. In this computer-based learning, self-learning using computers in the school, office and home. This computer-based learning is mainly the use of computers, laptops and handheld electronic devices. Next one is web-based e-learning. Web-based e-learning, the learning process is mainly focused by the online learning. In this, learner can learn the course of study by the use of internet. Next one is Classroom 2.0. Classroom 2.0 is same as blended learning, which means the traditional way of learning and also the e-learning technology are combined to provide the Classroom 2.0. This Classroom 2.0, learner can learn the course of study by the use of computer technology instead of the teacher going to teach the lecture in the classroom. Next one is e-learning 2.0. E-learning 2.0 is nothing but collaborative learning. It is the use of latest technology, information and communication technology. This is the latest trend in this e-learning. There are 4 approaches in e-learning, that is CBL, CBT, CSCL and TEL. First, CBL. As I said before, CBL means computer-based learning. In this, learner can learn the course of study by the use of computers. And the next one is computer-based training. This computer-based training is mainly focused by the giving training by the use of computers. Computer operations has interactive interfaces such as drag and drop, text box, buttons and radio buttons and simulations, that means mock-up process. This computer-based training is very user-friendly. Instead of classroom and printed notes, we are using the computer technology to provide the knowledge and skills to the learners. In this computer-based training, we are using the visual learning benefits. Visual learning benefits in the sense animation, video, graphics. It is better to learn the course by printed notes and all. Next, computer supported collaborative learning. This CSCL is very innovative approach to learning and teaching. This collaborative learning is e-learning 2.0. This e-learning 2.0 involves latest communication and information technologies, and nowadays we are using blogs, wikis and Google Docs and social networks. These are all the major advanced technologies for the e-learning. Next one is TEL. TEL in the sense technology enhanced learning. This technology enhanced learning is provided by some e-learning tools such as email, chat, online forum, web and video conferencing. First, email. Email is the very cost effective and efficiency tool to e-learning technology. By the use of email, we can interact with the students and we can interact with the parents also, and we can attach the documents, what are all the documents need for the e-learning course. Next one is chat. Chat is the effective way to communicate by the group by the use of text typing. Next, online forum. Online forum means nowadays there are many e-learning websites are available in the online forum. That means Wikipedia, Encyclopedia, Google Docs and some specific e-learning websites and all. Next, video conference. Video conference means we can learn the course by visually. It is very useful to get a knowledge and skills. Next one is M-learning. M-learning is nothing but mobile learning. which uses the latest mobile technology to learn the knowledge and skills. Next, blended e-learning. Blended e-learning is nothing but combination of traditional e-learning and also the e-learning technology. Nowadays, learners can learn different types of courses and at different types of at different times. For this, we can provide many number of methods of e-learning. In this, there are two types of e-learning, that is asynchronous e-learning and synchronous e-learning. First, asynchronous e-learning. Asynchronous e-learning in the sense, people can learn a course of study at any time. This asynchronous e-learning have the two types of courses, that is self-paced courses and discussion groups. First, self-paced courses. Self-paced courses means people can get the training at any time whenever they need, and these self-paced courses are very easy to understand, and we can repeat the course at anywhere and anytime. These self-paced courses are created with some e-learning authoring tools. Some of the tools are internet, LAN, extranet and intranet, and also the CD-ROM and DVD-ROM. Features of the self-paced courses are multimedia, interactivity, bookmarking. First, multimedia. By the use of text, graphics, audio and video, we can understand the course easily, and we can keep the knowledge in our mind. This multimedia is very useful to get a knowledge and skills. Interactivity. Interactivity means instructional strategy to enhance the practice. If we have a e-learning software, means if a trainer can teach the demo of that software, we can easily understand that how to use the software and all. Next one is bookmarking. Learner can learn the course at anywhere and any time, and he can stop the course at any time. After that, he can bookmark that course and he can restart wherever the learner can stop that course. Next, advantage of the self-paced courses. Main advantages are simulation, multiple bookmark, search and notes and highlights. Simulation process is the best way to practice mock-up process. Next one is multiple bookmark. If learner can learn multiple number of courses for their needs, and he can stop the course at any time, and he can restart the course wherever the learner stopped that course. This multiple bookmark is very useful for the employees and trainees and all. Next, search tool. Search tool is very important. If a learner want to learn a specific course, he can search the course and documents of that course by the use of search tools. Next, notes and highlights. Notes and highlights are used to take important notes and highlight the important notes. When what are the important notes he need, he can highlight and he can note that. Next, self-paced courses offered without teaching teacher and notes. It don't need a teacher and printed documents and all. External motivation. It is the external motivation to complete course without required completion time. Next one is discussion groups. Discussion groups is nothing but collection of conversations. There are three types of discussion groups, that is message boards, bulletin boards and discussion forums. Whenever an individual asks a question in that group, the group discussion will start, and another individual can respond further questions. This threaded discussion might start with a teacher can ask the open-ended question. If a teacher asks a question in that group, all the individuals can respond for that group. The group discussion will be started. It is an efficient way to provide expert answer to the large group of peoples. And this discussion groups is very efficient for the group of peoples. Next method is synchronous e-learning. In this synchronous e-learning means teacher conduct class over the internet. The difference between asynchronous and synchronous is, asynchronous means the learner can learn the course by themselves, and synchronous means the teacher can take a class over the internet. This synchronous e-learning is allow the people to learn, interact with the experts. If if an expert is in take a class, only limited number of people can listen the class. If he take a course over the online, multiple number of learners can listen his class through the online. There are many types in this synchronous e-learning, that is virtual classroom, audio video conferencing, chat, shared whiteboard, application sharing and instant messaging. Let's see what is a virtual classroom. Virtual classroom is it copy the capabilities, what are all the processes done in this traditional classroom, it copy the same thing in this virtual classroom. This is the place to meet learner and trainer, and trainer can take attendance by the use of computers and webcam and all, and he can take the lecture, and the interaction between the student and trainer is there, and this virtual classroom are done by the virtual classroom software. Nowadays in market there are many number of virtual classroom software are available. Next one is application sharing. Application sharing is nothing but trainer will give the demonstrate about the software, and by the use of the demonstrate we can work out the software. In this a teacher can also let learner to take control of application. Next one is instant messaging. Instant messaging is similar to chat, and we can communicate through the text, and in instant messaging we can keep a list. If we want to communicate with the number of people, we can add that, we can add them the chat list, and we can chat. If we want to give a priority or a preference for someone, we can give the preference for these people and all. And this list indicates who are all in online, who are in offline, and anybody is available for the chat, and who is busy in chat with others. Next one is development and management of e-learning. There are three management systems in e-learning, that is e-learning management system, learning content management system, and knowledge management system. First, learning management system. Learning management system manages the process of learning, and this learning management system can manage the learning process and the training process and all. This learning management systems products manages the learners provide reports. If a learner learns some things, you want to provide some reports to the administrative to correct and to feedback and all. Next, manage access to self-paced courses. He can manage the self-paced courses documents, and what are all the needs he need to study the course. And administration management manages the administration. If an administration updates the new things and new knowledge about the course, the learner can easily update their knowledge. And the training management. Training management in the sense to manage the trainer peoples in the e-learning technology. Next one is employee management. If a trainer take a class, some number of people can only attend the class. It can manage the limitation of the learners. Next, learning content management system. It supports the team-based development of self-paced courses. Self-paced courses need some documents and some notes. This learning content management system provides the notes and content of the course, and it provides library media element, templates, development tools, and quality assurance tools. Library media element in the sense he can provide the content for the course, and templates means he can predefined set of courses are called templates in this e-learning. Next, development tools. Tools are used to update their knowledge by themselves. Next, quality assurance tools. Quality assurance tools are used to manage the content of the course of study. Next one is knowledge management. Knowledge management provides support for employee to do their job. For example, in a company, employee wants to update their knowledge. he cannot able to study, or we cannot able to update his skills by studying in the office, but he can study by the own, by the use of this knowledge management. There are many types in knowledge management, that is document management, knowledge capture, information portal and such tools. Document management is used to manage the documents, what are the documents needed for the course, and knowledge capture is particular knowledge is needed for that employee, he can provide the particular knowledge. And the information portal, there are many information in some portal, the employee can choose what is the information mainly he want. Next one is search tools, and employee can search the particular content of the course. This is the diagram for e-learning process. This is the controlling section. In this, teacher or tutor or trainer is here. Take place the controlling process, and he can communicate with the learner for a learning process, and he also communicate with the librarian for learning the packages delivering. If a learner want to know the content of the course of study, the librarian want to provide the content, and he can control the librarian also, and curator or librarian. This curator is test the learning process, and he can report to the administration, and they will correct what is the needs, and if we want to update some things, he can update. Next one is admin 1. Admin 1 is used to provide the learning packages. Admin 2. Admin 2 is admin 2 can test the learning packages, and he can give the result to the admin 2, and he can control the learning process. In e-learning, the main three roles are learner, teacher and administrator. Learner roles are learner can self-directed and self-motivated, and he can learn the lifelong. And teacher role is teacher want to develop the knowledge and skills and create the learning opportunities. If a teacher can create learning opportunities, learner can easily learn the course of study. Next, encourage the collaborative learning. If teacher want to encourage the collaborative learning, such as the information and communication technologies like blogs, wikis and new technologies and all. Next, administrator role is he want to create the learning environment. Next, he provide the learning infrastructure and also the resources for the lifelong learning. If he give a resource for the lifelong learning, learner can easily learn the course lifetime. And some of the latest technologies in e-learning are portable computer devices, wireless technology, tele-immersion and 3D technology, and multimedia projectors, then flat display. Portable computer devices. Portable computer devices in the sense laptop, mobile phone and iPod and all. If he can it is an handheld device, we can easily learn the course at anywhere and any time. And by the use of wireless technology, the course of study is easily bring their knowledge and skills. Next, tele-immersion and 3D. Tele-immersion in the sense the visual technology, latest visual technology. If a learner can learn the course of study by the use of tele-immersion technology and 3D. Next, multimedia projectors. We can easily improve our knowledge and skills by the use of multimedia projectors than printed materials. Flatted display. Flatted display is nothing but handheld devices which has the LCD screen is called a flatted display. By the use of the latest computers and all, by using flatted display, we can learn the course easily in these latest technologies and all. Benefits of the e-learning. E-learning is very convenient to learn the course of study. It is a self-service and private learning. It is very flexible and cost effective. It reduces the material of the cost. We don't need to buy a printed material and book and all. We can easily learn the course of study through online itself and reduce travel. We don't need to go to school, colleges and some training places and all. We can easily learn the course by our home itself and reduce the accommodation. It is a media rich and e-learning is repeatable. We can learn the course at if we want to learn the course repeat, we can repeatedly study the course. Easier to monitor progress, less administrative work. In this, administrator can manage the e-learning process by this computer itself, and it is more accurate than the traditional e-learning. Thank you.